being transported over from Madrid, so it'll be here soon, don't worry. It's on the fastest delivery possible. Purpo, though, this is what we like to see. Leading that charge, taking that space, and Vitinho, well, his debut has not gone fantastically on the Yoru. Narrate is just holding the line, already managing to reposition. I think a little bit surprised to spot Purpo in that corner. And now it leaves, well, the debut of one agent didn't go fantastically. Maybe the Cypher debut is going to work.
All right, I mean, the pistol round Yoru on attack, sure. I don't want to say the debu's gone to hell just yet, but yeah, for Redgar, maybe there's a chance. He could pop off with 3. They're watching every single angle.
Yeah, they're ready.
It doesn't matter where he comes from. First player spots him, even if they go down 1v2 with info to play with. And look at the reaction. Immediately, they put him in a box.
Look where the
they know he
spike is
spawned,
as well.
and they run to the site, take the fight together. There's no way. It's going to be a triple swing on contact.
They don't even need to take the fight. He doesn't actually have time to go and get the spike and plant it, so they're just waiting for him to walk into an implausible angle.
A decent amount on the side of KC's defense, of course. The Giants, they'll blitz into A. They've got a lot of space through that tube, though. No, I mean, it's being watched from way back in spawn. That's
it's also just timing now. How much damage can they do? Well, shit. It's just going to farm. Getting himself halfway to that Viper's Pit in a singular round is definitely going to help out in the future. And for Cloud, well, at this stage, it's more so die. Like, you've just got to go down. You don't want to be holding on to just a classic. Martin will get that final side. Of course, something we didn't talk too much about is the fact that we haven't seen much of the Sentinel at all out from Tamazi. For most of the time, he's basically just been playing on other agents. Nice work from Cloud, though. Managing to put this round on his back. For Martin, though, he does still have a rifle. Has something to play with, can try and do a little bit of damage. We can see how safe GIANTX are being using that drone late in the round.
I mentioned this is around the KC. Shouldn't really win, but they've got a chance with Martin now. The positions are good, though, from GIANTX. You've got a player tucked up close that has to be cleared, and Cloud, it's just a little too quick. Yeah, they know what they're up against at this point. They just create that space instead. Vitinho being an annoyance up close at yellow, now just backing out. Having created the space, having found it all, here comes a drone up and over from Magnum. And they're looking to barrel forward on the back of this as a decoy that hasn't quite distracted them or drawn their vision. As KC close in towards the site, the fight is good for Shin. Now right into Tamazi stepping up too. And they know exactly where Hoodie is thanks to the last kill. But his util could buy some time. One snake bite already used, but he's just about out of toxins. Now it comes down to a 1v3 fight, not one he's likely to win. He needs to hit these opening shots. He'll find the first, but that is all. GIANTX, they won their round on round 3 when they were expected to, but KC are right back in the game.
The site. Shock Dart. Not going to have the desired result. And at least at this point, not a bad position for GIANTX to fight from. Already looking for the trade back. Purple is going to manage to get another. Hoodie with one more. And now Magnum only with a Marshal in hand, and he's being flanked. Redgar, the survivor, is going to get that backstab in the end. A response once again from GIANTX. A back and forth to kick off.
The GIANTX have, even as Redgar comes back through mid. But do they check it? Do they even look to their left on the way through? They haven't. They haven't just yet. And they've taken a kill. This is where, presumably, Redgar turns around and finds them, but a little too late to the party. KC have already picked up a wealth of kills, and that advantage will be hard to fight back from. The pit not even reaching all the way onto the spike. This is going to make it incredibly difficult if Purpo goes down for Hoodie to have very much of any impact, especially with a Vandal. Those sprays through the smoke aren't going to go too well. Well, here's a real test for Hoodie. They know where he is now. They've echoed, well, I thought they did. They're still looking in main. He almost snuck his way back over, but just too many bodies to deal with. The round goes to KC. Still full bot. Still with some of those ultis to play with, and they've managed to surround these players on A. The door is open, the players are blitzing out. GIANTX not winning the engagements to start with, and Redgar's gone down to one of their own snake bites. This is a disaster. They haven't even seen Martin. He's able to pick one up inside the smoke and bail back into main. The attackers are now the defenders, and they're surrounded. This is a terrible round. And the information, you know, it's coming in, not for long. That rate's gonna fall eventually, but it's still a 4 versus 2.
Yeah, and they have no map control. That's the bigger problem. You are surrounded on all flanks. They're going to have to almost try and fight forward. baiting them in on the plant, but you can see Tomasi waiting deep, and Martin on the corner leaves Vitinho alone, and there's just absolutely nowhere he can go. They might even allow him to get the plant down just so they can get into position to try and clear him from that angle, and well, I don't mind it. You got to try something audacious. You're trapped. Your hope has been fantastic so far, I'll be honest. Definitely some gaps within it, and they're going to go back to this B-site hold. Now, bear in mind, last time out, Cloud absolutely farmed. It's not gone well to start.
Yeah, but they've gotten a lot of space. So they've lost a player, but at what cost? Well, nothing they're able to convert by the looks of it. What was that shot by Martin? 3 quick kills, and GIANTX are way behind.
I thought Magnum was meant to be the one with the shaky egg
On the side, if they get there quickly enough. And we can see that one player's even in the tube with the Viper's Pit down. They're going to find it hard to fight their way back through. Snake fight in. Toxin's running out. There's 1 kill for Hoodie, but the immediate re-aggression, it stacks up the advantage for KC. Cloud,
That's too late.
Oh, he's going crazy. He's popped it way late, and even then, in a 1 versus 3, this was always
That has been the case so far in this game. They're already going. He's right on the corner already. Pop flash through the timing. Not bad from Vitinho. At least gets rid of Tomasi. But Martin is just looking to try and do this alone. Has support from Magnum. Oh, it's labored. But eventually the second shot from Hoodie is wonderful. Leaving it into a 2v2 scenario. Redgar not going to get anything done. And now it's left onto Cloud. There's no other man you'd want in this sort of scenario. But already being pinged up by the drone. I think it's already going to start being diffused. I don't think that's actually connected. He can't quite correct. Magnum will get themselves another round, an 8th onto
play. This could be a game changer. The op in the hands of Purpo, but there's an op in the hands of Martin, and it's a head-to-head battle that Purpo wins.
Yeah, a good start to the round at least, but they're putting that pressure onto Redgar again. He's been having a bit of a rough time. I'm surprised Magnum is still going for this. He's being revealed, and he somehow still kills Redgar. They're literally waiting for him. They're watching as well, just in case there's a second layer to this, and there is. Narrate, he might catch one on the way out, but no. They will be able to fade away. GIANTX, for the first time in a while, going towards that B side with a man advantage.
And they've got the perfect read. They know Viper's A, and you're pretty sure that someone just shot at you from tube. So at that point, there's only 1 player on B. Only 1. And that's Tomasi, with deep traps as well. He's got to take the fight on them, normal as can be, and the trade is quick for Purpo. Narrate already on backside though. The pace has caught them off, and he's standing strong, taking every kill, leaving Hoodie alone. 2 orbs away from grabbing a Viper's Pit. Oh, if he had it now, that could turn the tides in his favor. But the spike is down in the open, no wall to work with. He's already got his down. It actually might get him to the spike if he used it, but instead, he goes walkabouts for a kill. The kill's found by the Viper on the other side.
Too scared to almost bank that maybe Martin might actually have more kills than both the duelists on the other side. Like, he has been on one, and they have been missing Tomasi as well. Oh, the timing of the peak is so good on the trade. 3 players were waiting. 3 of them fall. Redgar, it's worse odds than the first pistol. Do you believe in the 1v4?
The 1v3, no, but the 1v4, Tom, 70 HP on Shin, 74 on Magnum.
Do you believe?
No.
Wow, that was toxic. You for a second, you almost convinced me. Never mind. Narrate is going to put him in the ground, and I'll be honest, this match.
And the timing couldn't have been. Oh my! Narrate has just slipped by a pixel. Well, this pretty much puts a pin in this one. The question is, how many orbs can he get for himself? That's already 2, and the 3rd with his death. Not bad. Farm them up, and the rest of GIANTX will just go down to the spike. That was the plan all along.
Yeah. No surprise to see the round going the way of K.
They can use the numbers to their advantage, and I think the first thing they need to do is clear out this man on the corner. If Hoodie can find some value with Vitinho baiting for him, a lot could be done, but he's spotted immediately. Now he's got to get out of there while being revealed. He does actually escape. Cloud gets one from afar, but a very aggressive push leaves them blindsided to Vitinho's attack. Even still, though, he's only good for the 1. Cloud has to do so much more. The damage done to Tomasi, though. 38 HP. Shock dart through, Magnum, caught as well, that's it. It's gotta be. Tomasi with an outlaw in hand. Only 1 player that's 1 shot to him. Spike still to be planted, and 30 HP himself. Still a shock dart for Cloud. As soon as this is tapped, that Shocky's on the way.
He's trying to work out if there's some better weaponry for him to take.
10 seconds left.
Trying to fake out the sound a little bit. Does manage to land the shot onto Redgar. Puts this into a 1 versus 1. Cloud already looking to wrap back around, but I think Thomasy might have actually figured this one out. Trying to spot where the man on the other side is. That time ticking down. Neither player really knowing where the other is. And eventually Cloud will save them once again. It's their 4th round and the 2nd time he's needed a multi-frag just to get it over the line. And in a bonus again, in a bonus again.
That's the main thing. You know, he basically, but he's diving in first. You know, crazy to see a player doing this. He swapped over weapons to grab the Vandal. And he'll be dropped down up close. Magnum didn't even bother taking the Outlaw. He's run out with a Classic in hand. Let's hope he's not needed to fight with Narrate down. He may well be. He's finally recovered the Outlaw with a chance to do some damage from afar, but the Spike is isolated on site. Shin's being spotted. Could be spammed from that wall any time now. They need to close in the distance and find some control on this attack side, because right now it looks like everything is playing towards GIANTX's court. And in a second, blink and you miss it. The kills come in. Shin finds 2. And Redgar's alone. The information now finding its way into the hands of KC. There'll be no element of surprise for Redgar. A weaponry disadvantage, but he's got the HP on them at least. 25 shields. Tamazi's tagged and Shin is very low. Problem is, they're not looking to move, Tom. They're just grouped up, waiting, confirming he's still there. And the time is on their side. They'll take the fight. I love the reposition. I love the way they drop the wall to take a 1v2 fight, and it catches him way off guard. Sheriff in hand, 56 HP. And Vitinho's popping the ulti to try and close some distance, find some information. He'll just get here with the gate crash. Flash was a little shallow, but he's on the site. Just wants to be here for Redgar to fight with him, and he picks up one for his trouble, a second as well. They weren't ready for Vitinho, but he needs to do so much more still. Waiting to see Shin's head, but it never comes. Never crests the horizon instead. Purpo and Hoodie are left to do it all. That rifle still yet to find its mark for Purpo. The wall is up, keeping him out, so Hoodie's isolated in the duel. The dash leaves him still in the open, but Purpo recovers. 1 versus 1. Martin having snuck away, and the time ticking down. No smokes for Purpo, not even that cloud burst to get him on the spike, to get it near half. Instead, he has to win the fight. Bait Martin into open combat. It'll be the tap and the hold thereafter, but Martin's wise to it. He's just playing with the clock, running down the timer, and finding his mark in the end. 13-4, a convincing opening map for the side of KCorp. And not a lot of hope for GIANTX in this series if they can't recover from that. Sunset up next.
Yeah, this enjoy getting into these post-plant scenarios. They now have that KO as well, which is going to add another layer in terms of the utility, and they may not even need it as they just slaughter every member of that GIANTX squad. The HUD can't even quite believe
them to space, but when they look to take it at the last second, the pistols come around the corner. Unfortunately, Martin wasn't so hasty to get around there, and he's got the full breadth of the KC attack to back him up.
Shot dart replay.
It's about as easy as can be. And listen, don't go in on Cloud, right? We're going to let him have one little lineup whiff.
Lineup? I don't know if that was a lineup.
He's been practicing that one for days.
My flank is clear at all times because I'm shot darting behind myself. Oh, for Purpo, this debut, it's definitely not started as he'd hope. Any damage he can do here would be nice, and it's not going to be happening. Narrate is going to add him to the death toll, getting ever closer.
GX towards B this time, though. KC
it
are here to test their mid-control with a straight-up blitz, a paranoia, and a dizzy used. So much space claimed, and KC now, they have their way with the A site. Redgar is isolated. If anything, they've turned their back to kill Purpo as well. And where does Redgar go? There's a player in front of him, some behind him, and they're all around, but Redgar got 2. Maybe there's still a chance with a 2v2.
Yeah, there's a possibility. Already able to get ready. They expect them to be closer, Mitch. They expect them to be much closer.
So yeah, he brings it back. I was gonna say, oh, but it didn't really make it that far around the corner. That's not retrievable. Thrash here, a glorified recon drone. It buys them a little bit of time, but there's a drone on the other side. GX will claim back that space, seeing one, but they didn't see the player close. It was destroyed too quickly. Tamazi has the jump, but he loses the fight, and Narrate's now alone. He's good in these positions. Clutching! It's so good! That connection, clinical! will be a question of damage. Even this early, a lot of KC players have low credits, and here comes GX, their chance now to make this costly. Good to start. 2-2 trades and keeping players close for the spike explosion, if it even goes off. In fact, Vitinho's got 3 in just about enough time. Tomasi needs to be quick, getting out of the smoke, and he's hit the diffuser. He might just have won them this. It's close on time.
He has as well. Oh, that's so... For a couple of months.
Hey, Vitinho as well. He's not looked too bad. Purpo, though, leading the charge in this one. 2 quick kills, and they're fighting tooth and nail for it, but maybe a little too much. Overcommitting to the duels, perhaps, until the support comes in. Cloud and Vitinho tying that one up nice and neat. And that is one hell of a change from the round we just saw. But the round we just saw was Vitinho.
What do you expect to see for a team that have won this many rounds?
Oh, what? That didn't get a kill. It barely scratched the surface, but Narrate. Okay, a return of something for KC. A Rolling Thunder still online. A Cloud Burst as well, but I was going to say no chance to use the Rolling Thunder. Narrate's actually had a little bit of a whiff. Vitinho a little closer than he was expecting him to be. And these pistols now left for walkabouts. Magnum won't find the space. Shin will be left alone. And with the spike down, it's not really a chance for him to get out of this one with a win.
No, it would basically be down to damage. Can he do anything? Can he remove some weaponry? And you could see GIANTX all grouped up as a unit, a firing squad that he should never be able to connect onto. And it will be another round onto the board for GIANTX again, though, to get themselves set up and ready. Now, the Thrash is at least going to clear some of the utility, but actually sending it forward is only going to slow them down. An immediate response off that Rolling Thunder, but the Showstopper is going to drop Redgar immediately. The flash through, however, is only going to garner a trade. And now that pushback coming through from the side of GIANTX, making things more costly, making things close, as it will just be Tomasi left. A 1 versus 2. As they look to peak this one together. Great work from GIANTX and a good round overall.
Yeah, another very good look from them. A great read. No, this is what I'm saying. It's not the same from GIANTX. You can't just push up like that every round. Eventually, there's going to be 5 guys staring at you when you make a round.
Look at the jump already. I thought Martin might actually be able to get away with that, as he does get very far forward. Again, they make these rounds look competitive, but the amount of HP they've already lost should make this easy pickings for the rest of GIANTX.
It would have to be a crazy round for them to recover. Even with the smoke down, those players aren't going to go barreling through. They'll give you the time that you want to get that spike.
So you've still got Paranoia, you've still got Nade, Aftershock, Flashes, Stun. Like, they should have everything needed for them. Now, being in mid, they will be able to, well, they should be able to hear what direction they need to go in. And the main thing for GIANTX is that they don't get caught off guard. They don't make a mistake giving up a kill. And for now, at least, they are still sticking together as a unit. The only worry for me is they are moving very slow.
Yeah, the timer's going to be ticked away. There's some weapons to spam with. Narrate, not really. He's on the Vandal. A chance for Shin. We'll see. I mean, it's going to be down to blind luck, essentially. They're willing to gamble this round with the lower HP on spam wins. It's not always going to work out. Defuse underway. Out of bullets. Spray from Shin is good. A few bullets connect, and Narrate closes it. They gambled this round on spams through the smoke. Dodged it. As GX look to wrap back around, that spike still needs to be planted. They want to take advantage of the chaos with quick kills coming in. And Thrash used up. It's actually caught them. Huge with Redgar. I don't know what's happening with Narrate there. But he's caught Redgar in the end. Bought some time perhaps for Tomasi to come up and find this quick kill, make it more awkward, but he's left in a 1v2. Tomasi to do it all. And the defuse down right underneath his nose. He's going to go for the spams instead, but they're off it. They're willing to run down this clock a little bit, and the cage didn't quite reach where it needed to. Purpo on his 3rd kill of the round and gets GX a 4th. Battle on their hands, looking for a B main crunch with lots of utility thrown through, but cancelled out. Well placed. Knife coming out of Magnum, but Shin's fallen to the spams. They're running through this util, and they're losing their lives to it. A showstopper used, confirms the round. Purpo even landing his 3rd back-to-back. GX. 5 on the board. Rolling Thunder online. Well, that's it. Interrupting, disrupting these pushes. Last round it was inside B main. This time it's going to be market they fight for. Magnum quickly claims control. The retake on the backside, though, it's spiked down now under their control. GIANTX might have something to work with. They know the Purpo's here. They know the site is lost, at least they're spotting that as we speak. A costly bit of information. Good blast pack, but the player's too close. Cloud got his double. They've shut down Purpo, leaving it to the 1 versus 1. The sneak around from the right, 45 HP, spotted, trap destroyed, headshot angle, but Hoodie hits the shot. 2 HP remaining. And it's going to be a long road for them, even in this series. 6-6 pistol round, carry some weight. They can farm up some rounds. It could be good for them, but Redgar off to a poor start. He's dropped off rip, but it looks like they want to fight for spawn here.
Yeah, this might be the wrong call. There's a couple of players waiting. The flash should actually be able to catch. Martini dodges it, but still isn't able to take that fight. Magnum not quite quick enough on the trade. Narrate also looking to push in. He did damage early in the round to Cloud, keeping them low, but this death ball, the swing's coming out. It's not pretty for Magnum, but eventually he gets the job done. Left onto Cloud, dinked at the beginning of the round. Left on 20 to try and find 2. Spike planted, not in a bad position for him, but you can see Magnum already just pre-firing some of the shots. The smoke onto it is going to make things all the more difficult. Needs his kill immediately, and even the tap to the face isn't quite going to be enough. It will be KC to regain their lead. A second pistol as well in this match. He's not going to be found. The only thing will be if he can hit that timing just right. The thing is, the main problem, that weaponry disadvantage.
They're close range though. They got the numbers to work with. Cloud has somehow picked 3 with a classic in his hand. This is unbelievable. They shouldn't have had a chance in this round, and instead Cloud got 4 kills. Starting with that with a classic and finding...
I don't know if the Mitchman curse is that strong, but we'll have to wait and see. Are they going to check? They are. No way that Tomazi survives much longer in that one. Magnum already gone. The rest of them just looking to run around the corner, and while Martin is the only one left, it will be 1 kill at least, but for the first time, well, I guess in either map, GIANTX are actually going to take themselves the lead.
The spams as well, it scared them. GX, though, might not be changing direction so much as changing their approach. Fighting for some mid control. Split through market possible here with still the B lurk. I'm expecting that's what they're aiming for. The smoke's on the left side of mid. Not using it more passive like you'd expect to cover their
30 seconds
cross
left.
through. I think that's just trying to keep players in position. To some extent, it's worked. As soon as they hear that util, the wrap is back around. The players move to the site. Magnum, good for 1. Showstoppers caught another, and this has slowed down the push from GX, but still, the man advantage isn't that far gone, but 12 seconds is the main problem. The plant needs to come through, and it looks like it will, but the blitz right afterwards puts them in the ground.
Oh, really good round from KC. Again, I don't mind the initial setup that we saw from GIANTX. They were passive, they were patient, they were waiting for their opponents.
They were definitely unaware. KC, though, unaware of the player towards the backside. Cloud's got the perfect position to pounce. He's found his 1. But he won't get much more than that, and KC quickly stormed the site. I was all in on Cloud stocks there, but...
And it looks like we're going straight back in to what will be this B site take once again. Already, though, set up immediately for a retake. Thomasy has just spammed through the smoke and managed to take 2 heads off while he's doing it. Taking over completely. The young man from Portugal could have had himself an ace. It's not going to be happening. Should have stolen it away, but dear Lord.
They're rotating off the A site completely. They're stacking up this B site. I mean, the read is once again absolutely perfect from a dead Magnum. And now this play through, they're running into Tomazi. They try to deal with him, but they don't know how many more players are waiting. The flash through even catches Hoodie. They know where he is. That flash gave it well away, and Hoodie, well, he'll try his best, at least finding the first. Swinging up close, he doesn't know there's a player in the corner, and I heard a few more bullets than I should have, but he got there in the end.
Why is that the one we see? 11-9. Again.
It'll allow them to still get them when they come through. Of course, the flashes you're expecting to see. Nade gonna slice up this attack a little bit. Purpo isolated, spam down. Tomazi takes him in the open, and the camera's getting all the information all the while. They have no idea that they're being spotted, caught in 4K.
This could be the moment to fall back, but actually, Hoodie moving forward. Again, the rotations are quick enough at this stage. Hunter's Fury through. It's going to be dodged, and in the meantime, while it's being utilized, pretty much everyone goes down, leaving this into just one player standing. Cloudy's been their hero a couple of times. He's given them a round that maybe they shouldn't in the past, but to keep them in this series, to keep them in this map, he needs to pull off a miracle. 30 seconds to do it.
30 seconds left.
Well, I think this one's sealed, signed, and perhaps delivered. Cloud, 20 seconds. They are waiting, biding their time, knowing he can't get that spike planted and kill us all in time. And with 12 left, it's a formality as to when and how he goes down, not if. Of course, it's Tamazi to pick up another. A lights-out series from him and from KC in general. 13-4 and 13-9. They're back.
Yeah, before coming in today, Tamazi had played 19 games of Viper, 5 games of Omen, and a game of Fade. Today, he picked up the Cypher and has just gone 26-14 versus GIANTX, a team that beat them on this map last time around. A lights-out performance from him and the entirety of the squad. And off the back of a decent showing at Masters Madrid, it is safe to say there are no slackers on the side of KC. They are back and looking as fierce as ever.
Yeah, listen, you can talk.